Tanjiro is one of the most powerful demon slayers ever set foot in Japan, but in the last episode, Tanjiro is pushed to his absolute limits against Daki and must become a demon to survive. Will Tanjiro go on a rampage and serve Muzan, or will he become a good demon? And if you haven't watched part 1, click here or in the pinned comment below. Nezuko looms over Tanjiro, who is slowly bleeding out. She knew the only way to save her beloved brother was to gift him some of her blood. Daki and Tengen both arrive, and Tengen is able to behead Daki, but not soon after beheading Daki, Yukaro appears, and the battle between Tengen and Yukaro commences. Nezuko grabs Tanjiro and quickly rushes to a nearby building, where she begins to give Tanjiro her blood. "You're such a great dog! I'll kill you for ruining my beauty!" Daki yells. Daki lunges at Nezuko, preparing to kill her. "You won't be touching Nezuko or Tanjiro," a voice says. Then his flashes lighten. Then suddenly Zenitsu appears, using his sword to knock Daki away. "Let me kill a demon, Zetsu!" Inosuke yelled. "Let's do this, Inosuke." Inosuke and Zenitsu both rushed at Daki. Meanwhile, Uzui is using all his strength against Jotaro, but he needs help immediately or the poison will kill him. That's when Nezuko jumps forward, using her blood demon art to cut off Jotaro's hand before he beheaded Uzui. Then in one final attempt, our heroes are finally able to behead the upper rank 6 demons. Nezuko rushes back to Tanjiro to see that the transformation has already begun. Suddenly, she feels extremely tired and falls to the ground, beginning to sleep. Pause. Now that Tanjiro is a demon, let me explain how this will work. Tanjiro is actually not fully demon. He's actually half demon, half human. The reason for this is he still has some humanity left because half of his body rejected the demon blood while the other half accepts it. This is something completely new that I've created just for this what if. For reference, think of Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. Unpause. Tanjiro would wake up in Miss Tamio's house. Tamio would quickly come over to Tanjiro's bedside to explain the situation. Muzan has discovered that Tanjiro has conquered the sun and is now rallying all the demons together to make one final push against the demon slayers. Now we have the Swordsmith's Village arc. Tanjiro, unlike in the original story, would decide to train with Miss Tamio instead of going to the Swordsmith's Village. That means Sanemi would go to the Swordsmith's Village instead of Tanjiro. Everything would go the same in that arc, so I feel no need to cover it. So let's move on to the final arc. Muzan arrives at Master Ubushaki's mansion, where they would have a chat about the purpose of life and why Muzan kills humans. But in the end, Ubashiki would blow up his village. Unfortunately, Muzan would survive, and the Demon Slayer corpse would be alerted by the Kasagiki crows that Muzan has killed Ubashiki. Miss Tamio would arrive, stabbing Muzan with a cure for a demon. At the same time, she used her blood demon art to trap Muzan. Tanjiro and the rest of the slayers would arrive at the remains of the Ubashiki mansion. They all would immediately rush towards Muzan, but suddenly a huge castle appeared below them, and all the demon slayers fell into the castle. Yu and Tanjiro stood to face the Kaza, and this is the moment Tanjiro went crazy with rage, using his newly acquired blood demon art, Soul Fire, to attack Akaza. But even with his blood demon art, Akaza was too powerful. And pause the video right here, everybody. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you can hit that subscribe button, it would help me more than you can know. Now let's jump back into the video. With extreme speed, Akaza blitzed in front of Tanjiro, and he was going to kill Tanjiro. Meanwhile, filled with anger, Zenitsu would confront Kagaku. And after Zenitsu yelled at Kagaku that he was the reason that their master killed himself, the battle began. Each exchanged blows over and over. Kagaku's blood demon art, Black Lightning, combined with Thunderbreed and quickly overpowered Zenitsu. But Zetsu, Zenitsu, I didn't just go home Zetsu. Forget that. But Zenitsu was not going to give up so easily. He was able to connect the blow to the neck of Kagaku. Blood stained Kagaku's clothes. In another part of the castle, Shinobu just realized that she had come face to face to the demon who murdered her sister, Doma. Shinobu drew her custom blade and began attacking Doma with such speed an untrained eye could never see what was happening. But Doma used his blood demon art to block Shinobu's attacks. But Shinobu was not going to give up yet. She rushed forward to behead Doma, but then a huge ice flower crashed into her, sending her flying. But she quickly recovers and then uses insect weaving to launch Doma into the ceiling. She then jumps up like a butterfly as suddenly as sky and stabs Doma in the heart. She begins to fall to the ground. She had used up all her strength she had left within her. Doma implanted ice into the ceiling, allowing him to stick to the ceiling. He sent the ice bind at Kachinobu. The bind then pulled her back to the ceiling, where Doma seemed to embrace it. So, Admiral, you try so hard. Let us live together for eternity. Any last words? I'm listening. Shinobu coughed. Go to heck! Tsunetsu and Kagaku both stood facing each other, both breathing heavily. Kagaku, this is for everything you think did to me. Ha! Like a weakling like you could defeat Hanakajushi no Kami. Tsunetsu suddenly flew through the air like a dragon, easily beheading Kagaku. Yeah! Kagaku's head yelled. Tanjiro and Giyu face Akaza in an epic battle. Shinobu has been killed just as Kano arrives to face Dona. With Lady Tamiya has Son trapped and Kagaku is dead. What's next to happen in this story? You're just going to have to wait and find out next time. If you want the final part, get this video to 50 likes and 5 comments. And I'll see you guys next time.